Hey everybody, how's it going? Picked up some titles actually today. Starting off with Fantastic Four 605.1. This was more of a darker side, kind of darker side of the Fantastic Four, where actually, their names are different because it's in the whole Nazi era. In the Nazi era, how like from a different view, how it would have been if it was in that era of the Fantastic Four, where actually, of course, Hitler was in charge. This is, of course, the Thing. This is, of course, Sue Richards, and then Johnny Storm, and of course this is Richards, Dr. Richards, but only with a K. Of course the spelling in every character's name was different. In this one actually here, Johnny Storm actually eats Dr. Doom's brain here. Victor Van Doom eats his brain, of course, as you can see, and puts him inside him. Actually takes his brain and puts it inside him, to get much smarter. And of course they go, the whole shuttle thing, and they go in space. And of course this is how it's the opposite, where Johnny Storm becomes more like ice. Thing becomes more, well, he looks like that. And Storm, Susan actually becomes a fire, I believe. Yeah, there you go. And Richards releases the Thing, and of course he kills Hitler and Johnny Storm here, and I believe he also kills Susan here. It was a good, it was an okay take on it. The next one is Fantastic Four 606. In this one they have to go in space to get a cure for one of their, I believe it's family friend or something of this one right here, this character here, to save him, because he actually has like a couple of weeks, even a month left to live. So they go and get this cure, and of course bring it back, and there's they save his life. It was a okay story on this one. I really like the Flash #9 in this one, because of course the whole Speed thing started back in issue 6, and they started showing all this monkey, the gorilla side of the story, and it finally shows where he lands. He lands in this, in the world of the gorillas, and where Grodd, I believe his name is King Grodd. He of course becomes the king after killing his father, and goes after the Flash. Of course, the elders believe that he is a messenger, but Grodd, of course, believes he's not, because he wants to rule the world with his gorillas and lead them to domination. And of course, the Flash doesn't know who he is. So the elders finally take him through their walls and show him that who he is, like what his purpose is, and what the light means, what the Flash sign means, and that of course it's him, the guy, the messenger that runs fast. So when Groot finally comes and takes out one of the elders and kills him, then he finally starts remembering who he is, and then he takes on Groot, and then Groot of course knocks the whole entire pyramid down, or the whole entire city down. And of course the Flash says, hey, you know what, you guys are free to do whatever you want. And one of the elders is saying, you know what, just let him go through, and for the future to go on, we need to all, if we need to all die. So another great story in the Flash issues. Definitely will be back for #9. Justice League. In this one here, a character named Graves, Mr. Graves, of course, it shows the whole Justice League books here, which I found kind of interesting. And he's one of the, of course, he's a very sick person and he's dying. And the doctors couldn't save him. He went to help with the Justice League and they couldn't save him. So, of course, he pretty much shoots his doctor. And his whole thing here is to show the world who Justice League really is. To beat them, to defeat them, one by one. This was, of course, took place 4 years ago. The whole Justice League, and this is now, where Trevor is no longer with Wonder Woman. I guess they broke up, and after they broke up, he just went to hell, just went downhill after that. After they broke up. So, news reports what happened after she was with Superman, or was it Batman, or did you know about what happened, so, and heck, this book really doesn't tell really what happened, but always tells that they broke up, and after they broke up, Wonder Woman and Trevor, their life went downhill. There's also, Clayface, I believe, is in this, and, you got Superman, well, actually the whole Justice League going to get the creature, and the creature who did this is this guy right here, who that took on the Justice League, and they're trying to find out who sent him, or who's behind this, who's behind this that wants to kill the Justice League. And then after Wonder Woman comes and gets it out of him, he finally tells them that it's this guy. His name is Graves. And then you see this thing right here, which I thought is, oh god, I don't know, but anyway, Batman and Superman go looking for this character, and they find this guy right here in the halls. And towards the end, it shows that Mr. Graves has captured Trevor, is now torturing him, and trying to get information out of to kill the Justice League, to hurt him. He wants to know every single thing about them, how to hurt him, how to get them, and if he doesn't tell him, he's going to go after he's going to go after the sister and his family. So, as you can see, he breaks one of his arms, his hands there. Then he takes out the other one here. So pretty much, it shows that he's gonna give in and tell in the next episode, in the next issue. He's gonna spill everything. So it looks like the Justice League really took a big leap. In last issue they were together. In this issue they're not. Like Wonder Woman and Trevor and what's going on. So I'm really curious to see. Really what's going on with the issues and the story. So I'll definitely be back for the next one. My final issue for today is Batman the Dark Knight. And of course this is the Night Owls. In this one, the story is from one of the Night Owls' point of view, from his point of view, and his name is Lincoln March. In this one, pretty much Lincoln March, which is this character right here, this Night Owl, pretty much is telling how he was trained, how he was the first, and how good he was, how perfect he was, then how he started slowing down and became clumsy in certain ways. And he's pretty much telling that, where they want to replace him with a new Tylon to take over, and how two things made him afraid. That he was never afraid of anything, but two things that made him afraid was Batman and being replaced with this new guy. Also, let's see. And towards the end, of course, this one is pretty much, I believe, is from Batman number 8, I believe, is where he goes to Arkham Asylum to save this guy right here. But he's the guy who tells them where the Tylons, where the headquarters, Night Owl's headquarters are. So he goes. So now it's from that point of view. I'm showing how he got to him and how Batman got to him, and what was going on between these two. Of course, the story continues, and if you want to know more about Lincoln March, the next issue is going to be in Batman #9, which I'm definitely going to pick up to see who is this first Night of Owls, the very, very first. And gotta tell you, this guy's tough. He's been stabbed, shot in the head, shocked, dropped down like God knows how many stories, and he's still ticking. So I'm definitely gonna grab #9 to find out his side of the story, and I feel like they're building him up. Somehow it seems like, because he's actually the first one they actually have followed as a story, to tell his side of the story. So I'm very curious to see how they're going to use this character, because obviously when you have a bigger storyline like this, the Night of Owls, you gotta have one character that's going to stand out. So it seems like it's going to be this guy right here. This is also my comic book pick of the week. Totally enjoyed it. And guys, that's about it. Alright, have a great weekend, and thanks for watching.